Light a fire. Could you at least catch something on fire for me, please? Maybe do that. That would be great. Catch yourself on fire. You won't die because you're pregnant. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Heathwyn and we are back today to play some more of our Elemental Legacy Challenge with our sim Blaze. The Elemental Legacy Challenge was a challenge written by Jake, David, and Bella Lassie, and I will link those challenge rules down below if you want to go and take a look. Blaze is the fire gen, and they are getting very close to leaving their culinary career job and starting their dream of owning their own restaurant, which is really exciting for them. Something they've been wanting to do for quite some time and have been working towards for a while. So let's jump into our game and get things started and see how things are going with Blaze. All right, it is a Saturday and it is the middle of the night and Blaze is exhausted. And that is how we are starting things off today. So for the challenge rules, Blaze has to complete the Master Chef aspiration. And this is the last thing that we have to do, is we just have to reach level 8 of the culinary career. And then they will be good to go with the aspiration. They are level 7, so one more promotion and they will be level 8. Once they reach level 8 though, they quit their job and they open their own restaurant because they are a chef. They are really about cooking and they want to have their own restaurant and they want to do their own thing. They have to max the cooking skill. They're currently level 8 of the cooking skill. They have maxed the gourmet cooking skill. And they also have to have 3 enemies. Currently, there are 2 enemies, that are co-workers. So currently their enemies are Amelia, apparently Amelia married Paulo Rocca. Okay, good for Amelia. And Jasminder Beta. So those are who Blaze's enemies are. And it is New Year's Eve, which means Blaze isn't supposed to go to work. Do we send Blaze to work anyway, though? We do need to get enough money for the restaurant that Blaze wants. It is New Year's Eve, but they're a chef, and chefs don't get holidays like that off very often. So I think that they will go to work today. Akira won't. Maybe Akira can have a friend over and spend some time with a friend. I think he would like that and appreciate that. They do need to decorate a little bit, so why don't we do a little more rummaging for winter decorations? Because Blaze is a perfectionist, so they love decorating for the holidays, which feels so strange given that Blaze is mean and hot-headed. They don't really strike me as like the kind of person who would go all out for the holidays, but they definitely do, which, like, good for them. I'm glad. So we've got some decorations out. Let's get these kind of put around. And we'll have them set a New Year's resolution. And they're definitely going to want to get promoted because they are feeling like that's going to really help them get that one step closer to their dream. So Blaze made the resolution to get promoted at their job. Make sure they have a good couple of days at work to increase performance. You can see the progress of the resolution by opening the Simology panel. Definitely a good thing for Blaze to have made a New Year's resolution. And they are really thinking about where they want to go from here. Now, Akira needs to make a resolution as well. And I don't know though, I don't know that Akira will be as much about getting promoted because if you recall a couple of episodes ago, Akira left his job as a tech guru and he joined the entertainer career because he loves singing. He's really interested in music and he was just not feeling like his dreams were being fulfilled. So I think he would be more about raising up a skill than getting promoted because for him it's about enjoying the music and being better with his music than it is about the promotions and making money and all of those things. Oh, we got to get Blaze to work. Oh, goodness. Okay, go to work, Blaze. You're late. You're late. Quickly, go to work. I don't know how this is gonna go. This might not work out so well because they're late for work. But we can have Blaze work hard. So we'll have them work hard and hopefully through all of that, that'll help them improve their job performance. All right, Blaze made it home from work. Oh gosh, now they have the fear of a dead-end job again. This has happened so many times where Blaze has come home from work and developed this fear of a dead-end job, which, to be honest with you, I'm pretty certain comes from the fact that they really want to start their own restaurant. They're not excited about their current job as a pastry chef. They really want their own restaurant. They really want the ability to kind of be their own boss, be a lot more creative in their endeavors. And so they're, again, fearing a dead-end job. And Penny Pizzazz is calling. Okay, I'm glad that Pablo Beverly is a sweetheart. She must have called and asked about going out with them. Penny Pizzazz is the only friend, aside from Akira, that Blaze has. Blaze isn't very nice and doesn't make friends very easily, so they really haven't made a lot of friends. And unfortunately, their job performance really didn't go up at all, which means we're gonna have to get this out of here, get rid of that fear of a dead-end job, so that they can get this last promotion. But we'll have them, they're watching the cooking channel, getting their cooking skill up. Maybe that'll also help kind of get them inspired to kind of finish things out in their career. It's New Year's. Blaze isn't real happy with them about that, so they will watch some New Year's TV, get ready to kind of bring in the next year, and hopefully make it a good one. I mean, we know that there will be some good things, but then there will be some not so good things that'll be happening in the year. All right, come watch the countdown to midnight, Blaze, with Akira. Oh, you can light the fireplace. You know, create like a whole vibe. Maybe a fire will happen. We do have to experience a fire, like that's part of the fire gen, but I've had like terrible luck actually getting any fires to start. All right, they've celebrated the new year. Oh, they're having a steamy kiss too. Okay. Maybe they can have a New Year's woohoo. I mean, seems like a good plan. They can come in, they can do a little woohoo, celebrate the start to the new year, feel like they're getting it off on the right foot. All right, everybody had a successful New Year's Eve, so that is really good. Comfortably compatible lifestyles. Akira found that sharing a lifestyle with Blaze only deepens the attraction that Akira feels. Interesting. So Akira is feeling more attracted and connected to Blaze, but Blaze is not feeling the same way back, which is kind of interesting because really Blaze has only been in this relationship with Akira because they've kind of been using him for money, and they were really upset when he left the tech guru career because they were just afraid that he wasn't going to make as much money anymore, and that really upset them. So the fact that Akira is feeling like this sense of like reconnection with Blaze, but Blaze isn't, could be very problematic for them and their future together. Okay, new challenges. Fingers crossed this like helps. So with a little shift of the mindset, Blaze is ready to go to work with head held high and passion to tackle whatever life brings. So Blaze has regained their passion for their job, and so hopefully that means that the fear of the dead-end job will go away. We are going to have them work hard again because we want that promotion. One more promotion, that's all Blaze needs. Just one more promotion. And since Penny is here, maybe Akira will talk to Penny a little bit. He'll maybe come and share his resolution with Penny because he is really excited about his new career. He's really excited about learning new skills and developing his musical ability. So he is feeling really good about all of that. And even though Penny is Blaze's friend, Akira's gotten to know her fairly well and doesn't have a problem with her. All right, Blaze is catering a huge party for a prominent client. Everything's gone swimmingly until Blaze realizes that the centerpieces haven't arrived. They can improvise something or go without and hope that no one notices. Blaze is a perfectionist, but I think they're gonna have a problem going without, so they're gonna make improvised ones. And who knew a little bubblegum, fishing line, and cotton balls would be such a hit with the guests? Blaze got 100 simoleons and a small job performance gain, which puts them in the good range, so very good. Father Winter has called up Akira and said, "Hey Akira, I'm so bored. Can I come over?" We're not gonna hang out with Father Winter. Blaze actually attacked Father Winter for a present, which is pretty on brand for Blaze. I mean, let's be honest. Pretty on brand. So I think Akira's like, I don't know that I want to hang out with this guy. There was really a problem with him and Blaze. So he's gonna be like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Okay, Blaze came home, did some great work, moved up that bar a little bit. Their fear of a dead-end job is gone. So very good. And Blaze has also reached level 10 of the cooking skill. So that is one of the tasks for the generation is complete, is to max the cooking skill. That is done. We can check that one off the list. So go Blaze. Blaze is feeling just really inspired right now, which is such an improvement from all of their fears of like a dead-end job. They're feeling really good from being in the kitchen, which is definitely their favorite place to be. They love cooking, so they're really excited about that. They're feeling confident, but they do feel stressed from work, and that contributes to that fear. I think that fear of a dead-end job, that's also contributing to just Blaze wanting that dream of their own restaurant. And then we'll come and chat with Penny a little bit. We can ask Penny about her day. And I think Blaze is talking to Penny a lot about what they are wanting, their interest in the restaurant, and kind of how they want to really be able to create their own dishes. And it's something that's really exciting for them. And so, and Penny, being a friend of Blaze's, is really open to it and listens and makes Blaze feel pretty good about themselves, actually. Oh my gosh, Blaze is pregnant. This is a shift and quite a surprise, and probably not going to be very welcome by Blaze, because they don't want children. Akira does, but Blaze doesn't. Interesting. I think too, though, I don't think Blaze is going to tell Akira right away. Like, I don't think that they're going to tell him that they're pregnant, because he wants kids. Blaze does not. And we know Blaze has to have a kid because they, you know, they have to pass on the next generation. But they're not at all like ready for this. And in fact, if you look, not ready for this. Sometimes the torturous nature of being pregnant at a time when you don't want a child hits you like a train. They're tense from an unwanted pregnancy. Blaze did not expect this pregnancy and is really not sure that they want it at all, but it's happening. What should they do? And they're not on the same side. Blaze does not want this pregnancy, and it stresses them out to be near a partner who does. Akira doesn't know because Blaze hasn't told them. And that's one of the things. So I'm using the pregnancy overhaul mod, which allows your Sims to have an opinion about having children. And kind of one of the interesting parts of it is that if they don't share with the other one that they're pregnant, they don't necessarily know. And I don't think that Blaze is going to share with Akira that they are pregnant, because they know that Akira wants a child and they don't. So they're going to kind of keep this quiet. It's making them feel very, very tense. Oh, Penny Pizzazz has called Akira and is asking if she should get to know Summer Holiday. I mean, sure, go for it. Get to know Summer Holiday. Why not? So now Blaze is tense because they're walking around with this like heavy secret, and they don't know that they want to tell Akira at all. They also don't know if they want to tell Akira because they did lose a child before, and that was upsetting. Even though they weren't sure they wanted the child, they did lose it. And I think that's part of, like, that's probably a piece of it as well, is they're, you know, they don't want to tell him and then go through all of that all over again, because it was really difficult. Even though they didn't want the child, they didn't want that to happen either. Maybe with Blaze now being pregnant, they're gonna be maybe a little harsh and short with Akira. They want to rile somebody up, so maybe they'll come and do that. They'll rile up Akira, kind of yell at him a little bit, and part of it is just all of those feelings from this pregnancy and the fact that they're totally on different pages. and it's gonna maybe start to create a little bit of a problem between them. And Akira's not gonna necessarily know why either. So maybe they'll yell at him a little bit. Like I said, and poor Akira, right? He doesn't really understand what's happening. All right, Blaze does have work pretty soon, and they're gonna want their restaurant. They definitely didn't want a child to show up, obviously, before they'd even purchase their restaurant, but at least they're close. And it's gonna be hard having a kid and then having your own restaurant, but Blaze feels up for the task. Maybe Akira is just feeling so confused about Blaze's change in demeanor and attitude toward him that he's like, I'm gonna just play some video games and try to like not think about it and just get out of my own head, because I don't know what's going on with them. There's definitely something going on with them, but I don't know what it is. All right, Blaze is off to work, and Blaze hasn't told anyone about the pregnancy, so Penny doesn't even know. And maybe Akira will talk to Penny a little bit about like what's going on. They can talk about, he can say like, I don't understand what's going on with Blaze. They're acting very strange and I don't know what it is, like what is happening. And Penny doesn't really know either. I mean, she knows that Blaze is like mean and hot-headed, and that, you know, can definitely make Blaze act in ways that maybe other people don't understand. But Penny doesn't know that Blaze is now expecting. Oh my gosh. And now they have the fear of a dead-end job again. Honestly, Blaze, you're killing me. You are absolutely killing me with this. You're very tense. You're pregnant. You want to buy a restaurant and you can't seem to get your butt promoted. Light a fire. Could you at least catch something on fire for me, please? Maybe do that. That would be great. Catch yourself on fire. You won't die because you're pregnant. Still just feeling so tense about this pregnancy. Now the fear of a dead-end job. They're passionateless about their job. They're sad because they're pregnant and they're not ready for it. It's just, things have taken a turn for the worst in this new year for Blaze. Akira has stumbled upon an open mic night at a local coffee house. It might be a good chance to brush up on his guitar skills. Should he win over the crowd with a couple of well-loved cover songs or play some original material instead? I think that Akira would probably stick to the covers. A stringy kid and his mom asked Akira if he ever considered playing birthday parties. Time to find a backup band. And Akira got a small performance gain. So good for Akira. Akira, meanwhile, is off at his job, feeling pretty good about things, doing pretty well, not having any issues, but he has no idea that Blaze is expecting, has no idea what Blaze is going through right now. And I mean, in part too, it's because, I mean, Blaze hasn't told him. And I don't know that Blaze wants to. All right, Blaze is going to have, maybe they're going to eat a piece of apple pie, and, you know, it's comfort food. They're going to feel like, you know, maybe that's going to help them feel a little bit better. So they're going to eat their pumpkin or their apple pie. Oh my goodness. They're slamming the refrigerator. Blaze is not doing okay. And then after Blaze does that, they'll make another wedding cake. Since they didn't get the promotion that they wanted, they're feeling really anxious about things. They still want a little bit more money to open their restaurant. So they're gonna make another cake so that tomorrow, since they don't have to work, they can go and try to sell some more wedding cakes. And cooking always makes them feel inspired. Cooking, baking, whatever it is, they just feel really inspired and positive when they do it. Blaze's speciality seems to be a little bit more in like pastries and dessert, which I guess she is. They are a pastry chef right now, so that could have something to do with it, even though they're like fearing this dead-end job and not super happy with things. All right, Akira came home from work and he has not gotten promoted, and he is gonna come in and try to ask Blaze about their day. But unfortunately, this isn't going to go very well for Akira, and he's gonna get some mean things in response. Like, he'll get the cold shoulder, and then I think they'll argue. They'll argue about career. So Blaze is gonna be like, you quit your job and now you're like just stalled out, not getting anywhere. You know, it's kind of like a dead end job. And how could you have done this? And Akira's like, I wanted to pursue my dreams just like you did. Blaze doesn't care though. Like, Blaze does not care about his dreams anymore. They're just so fed up. They're so stressed out about the pregnancy. And they're like, you're not even good at what you do. So how could you have done this? You should have stayed a tech guru. You did well at that. You can't even play music well. Why did you do? What were you thinking? And he's like, you did not just tell me that. They're grudging after a fight. Blaze and Akira have some unfinished business. This conflict is unresolved. Tensions are high, at least from Blaze's perspective. And Akira is also feeling really angry about this too. They're really like Blaze is really upset about everything. And they're gonna ask what Akira's problem is. Like, why did you do this? Like, what made you think that this was a good idea? And he's like, I just really wanted to try something different. And he says, you shouldn't have to ask. You could say I'm a little bitter. So he's feeling really insulted by Blaze telling him that he wasn't good at what he was doing. And they just really are not getting along. Although I love, Blaze is like, why are you guys smiling? You're fighting and you're smiling. Oh, you guys, you've got some problems here. Things are falling apart really quickly. And they're like, you want kids? I don't want kids. What are we gonna even do? Like, this isn't anything I want to have with you. And I think that Akira is just, he's really having a hard time with all of it. But he realizes that Blaze isn't really as into him as he thought, that he's just kind of been used. So he's gonna break things off with Blaze. So Akira Kibo is breaking up with Blaze Vega. And like I said, no one really thought that it would be Akira that would break things off with Blaze, but he's recognizing that this is a problem. And again, remember, he doesn't know that Blaze is pregnant, and Blaze isn't planning on telling him as part of this fight. So we are going to move Akira out, and I think he might go and move back in to his old apartment. Like, yeah, he's feeling really sad from breaking up. He doesn't feel like a winner from the end of a relationship. They're on different sides about wanting to have kids. So he's super sad, and he is going to split from the household and move back in with Darling and with Miko, and just leave all of this behind and get away from Blaze and a child that he doesn't actually know he has. And he is actually going to take some money with him. I think we'll have him I'm not going to have him take half of it and kind of like mess up all of that, but we will have him let's have him take 10,000 simoleons back with him. Because he's like, I'm not gonna sit around and like let them have all of the money that I made too. So he is taking some money back with him, which puts Blaze again back into this place where they still don't quite have enough for their restaurant. And now they're going to need to keep working at this job that they hate because they need more money to buy their restaurant. Dumped from breaking up, getting dumped really gets a hot-headed Sim riled up. No win scenario. They're feeling sad about the end of a relationship. They're sad about the unwanted pregnancy. Blaze is now in their second trimester and are still feeling really sad about the fact that they're pregnant. I don't know that Blaze will ever really come to terms with the fact that they are pregnant. They might not. This could be, and actually, if you look at the rules for the next generation, it does suggest that there was not a close relationship between these two generations. The next generation is water, and it said you are the opposite of your parent, and so you didn't really get along. And I think part of that too, it comes from the fact that Blaze didn't want children and then ended up pregnant with this child that they didn't want. And then their partner, things fell apart with the partner, and it just overall was a bad situation. They're having some back pain from their pregnancy and are still feeling upset about the breakup. They're feeling upset about the pregnancy. They just really aren't feeling all that great all around. We're gonna sell some wedding cakes and hopefully we can get some more money for Blaze so that they will be ready to buy their restaurant. And they are now heading off to sell their wedding cakes. It was raining in San Myshuno, so selling cakes on the beach, bad idea. So we are going to go and sell our cakes. We've had good success in Oasis Springs. We also had some good success in Del Sol Valley, so maybe we'll go to Del Sol Valley. You really put these in the dumbest places. Let's move this. We'll put it right here. And let's get our cakes on the table. And pies. We've got some pies. We've got a baked Alaska. And then let's start our food street sale and get Blaze some more money, which would be awesome. Ooh, holy cow, that baked Alaska sold for 2,800 simoleons. Oh, okay, well that's even better than the wedding cakes. Those only sell for 800 simoleons. Oh my goodness. So Penny Pizzazz is like the only friend that Blaze has. And she just called Blaze and said, "Hey Blaze, Akira Kibo has asked me out on a date. Should I say yes?" I'm sorry, what? Are you actually calling Blaze and asking if you should go out with their ex, who they just broke up? They just broke up. He just moved out. Like, Blaze is still sad about this, and you're asking if he should go out. Oh my goodness. I mean, we knew Akira was starting to like talk to Penny a little bit and starting to like get to know her a little bit better. They kind of had become friends. And now he's asking her out. Do you think, I'm wondering if he's asking Penny out just to kind of get back at Blaze, because like this is Blaze's only friend and he's like, he was a jealous sim anyway. So maybe this is his like vengeance or something. But Blaze is gonna say, I don't think this is a good idea, and is probably kind of mad. They have the right to be mad. I would be mad if my ex immediately asked out my like one and only friend. And they're feeling just really sad from that unwanted pregnancy. You know, they're crying, their eyes are like filled up with tears. You know, this pregnancy is not getting any better. There is still time to make a difficult decision, but Blaze is just not sure. No matter what they do, the damage is done, and there will be no going back from this. Life is permanently altered. Blaze is having a tough moment. They're afraid of they have their fear of a dead-end job again. They're having a tough moment. Blaze is feeling sad again about the end of the relationship, even though like they were kind of done with Akira and weren't necessarily like as into Akira as Akira was into them. They're still feeling really sad about it. And I think Penny calling and saying that Akira asked her out is just kind of like salt in the wound. Maybe we'll have Blaze go to counseling for the unwanted pregnancy. Maybe that will help. They're gonna go and talk to somebody, get a little bit of help, see if that will help them kind of come to terms with this child and maybe make them feel a little bit better, because they're really having a tough time with the pregnancy. Okay, and that made them feel a little bit more confident. They said it was good to discuss feelings like this with a professional. So I'm glad that Blaze like went to somebody to talk to them about it, because Blaze is kind of on their own now with this pregnancy. While this pregnancy will be over soon, it's much too late to consider stopping it. Blaze has to go through with it now, and who knows how they will make it all work. They will have to somehow, because a baby is coming for sure. Still feeling sad about the relationship. They're having back pain. They're really not ready for the pregnancy. They just keep like cycling through being sad and being tense about the pregnancy. I don't know if I want to have Blaze make any more cakes, because, oh, they're having a mood swing. They're sad. The slightest little thing makes Blaze want to cry. Hormones are all out of whack, probably. And the fact that you don't want this pregnancy and your partner broke up with you. Oh, Penny's calling. So I ended up not going on a date with Akira. I mean, good. No, don't be sorry to hear it. You say good, because we just broke up. I mean, maybe we need to invite Penny over and talk to Penny about all of this, because Penny needs to know like what is going on, and maybe Penny won't try to go out with Akira again. So let's come over and let's express to Penny the feelings about our pregnancy. Blaze is gonna tell Penny about the pregnancy and be like, I'm pregnant with this baby. I don't really want it. I don't know what to do. You know, things fell apart with Akira. It's his child. He doesn't know, and I don't want him to know. Do you think you could like not tell him? And she's like, you want me to not tell him? I don't know that I can do that. And Blaze is like, you know, please, if you were really my friend, like I really need you to do this for me. So Blaze is gonna ask Penny for advice. Like, I don't want to tell Akira, but I don't know what to do because I don't really want this child either. Like, should I tell him? Should I let him know? And Penny is just like, you know, I think maybe you should tell him. I don't know that Blaze is going to, though, because Blaze doesn't want this child. She's like, I really don't want the baby. And Penny is like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you were expecting. I didn't know that all of this had happened. I knew that Akira called me and asked me out, which is why I called you. And I didn't go out with him, but I'm really sorry that this is what you're going through. And it's happening. That's it. The baby is getting born. Blaze has gone into labor. So we're gonna take Blaze and go have this baby at the hospital. And Blaze isn't going to tell Akira, so Akira isn't going to get to be there for the birth of his child, which is kind of mean because Akira does want kids. And even though Blaze doesn't, it would still have been nice for him to be able to be there. But at the same time, she's gonna be in labor, so she doesn't really want Akira there for that because like they're upset with Akira and they don't want him around. But here comes the baby. It's a boy. The second generation has arrived. It is a baby boy, and the second generation is the water generation, and they're gonna live in Sulani. They're gonna live on the beach. Gonna be really pretty much like the complete opposite of Blaze in like as many ways as they possibly can be. Let's name him Oahu. I kind of like that. Oahu Vega is generation 2 of our elemental legacy. The fire gen has arrived. Blaze has had a baby boy named Oahu, and unfortunately this is an unwanted baby. Oh, Oahu, Blaze is trying a little bit, but not super excited about it. And why are you flirty? Dude, you just gave birth. Why are you flirty? This is a really weird time to get flirty, Blaze. Now, Oahu is pretty much going to be the heir for the next generation because Blaze is just like, no, I'm done. I don't want kids. So this is going to be it for this generation. So little Oahu is going to be all that there is. Blaze is not going to breastfeed. Like, that's just not their game. So they're just going to give little Oahu a bottle. They are feeling tense from a new baby. The baby's born. It's a relief not to have to deal with a pregnancy anymore, but a great stress to have an unwanted baby to take care of. Well, maybe Blaze will get used to it. We'll see. Yeah, so if we go and look at Oahu's profile, there's this negative sentiment of an unwanted child. The Blaze is still struggling to come to terms with having this child. But the child is here, so Blaze is gonna have to take care of him and do the best that she can to raise this baby, this other life that they have brought into the world. It's on them to take care of this kid. Whether they want to or not, it's on them. All right, Blaze is off to work. Oh, difficult feelings. It is hard to be near a child who inspires much more panic and sadness than it does joy. It's not the child's fault. It's not necessarily the parents' fault either. Were Blaze to try to explain it to others, they would be met with nothing but horror and judgment. Yet how is one supposed to force themselves not to feel the sadness they feel, and to feel a happiness they do not? And perhaps there is love for this child somewhere in Blaze, perhaps, but as of now, it cannot be found or felt, overrun by upset. No wonder these two don't get along. Yes! A fire! A fire! Sorry, Toots. Blaze has started a fire! Fires can be a vital source of heat or a calming warmth on a cold night. Blaze saw firsthand the more destructive of side of fire, and Blaze never wants to see it again. Blaze is on fire! Oh no! Alert! Alert! Put yourself out! Blaze is on fire! I've never been so excited about a fire in The Sims. But Blaze has caught themselves on fire. I think they just develop the fear of fire. They developed a fear of fire, which, okay, that's valid. If you experience a fire, you may develop a fear of fire. That is a valid way to get a fear. But the constant fear of unfulfilled dreams and dead-end jobs, too much. Fear of fire because you catch yourself on fire, totally valid. I am good with The Sims developing that fear. So now Blaze is, so we had like New Year's, and Blaze and Akira celebrated New Year's, and they were like, all right, we're going to go into this. It's going to be a good year. Things are going to be good. And it is not. All right, are you to work? Okay, you need to work hard. Oahu's off to daycare. Blaze is going to work hard. Aspiration completed? Blaze has been promoted to sous chef, which means that Blaze can quit their job and buy their restaurant. Woohoo! All right, so Blaze has reached level 8 of the culinary career, and this is the point at which Blaze is like, all right, I am done with all of this, with a dead-end job. I'm done of not feeling like I'm gonna live out my dreams. So Blaze is going to call up their boss and say, I quit. You know what? I'm done. I'm tired of this environment. I want to have my own restaurant. And so Blaze is going to quit their job as a sous chef. They have quit their job at Make a Dish, and they've decided it's time for a new direction. And so now we are going to buy a restaurant. All right, and the restaurant that Blaze is going to buy is this one that we built called the Old Salt House. So Blaze is going to buy the Old Salt House as a business. They are only left with 3,600 simoleons, but they have bought their restaurant, which is their dream. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.